welcome to On the Peg. I know you guys were expecting a different episode before me. We did film the guest host. The editing on that's taking a bit longer. That and something came up that I figured I want to get a video out. It's not going to take me a week to edit. So we're doing another On the Peg with me. Oh, too bad. You got to see my face. Oh, it's in the world. But no. So today we're going to be doing from the DC Direct. I know, another DC Direct. The Green Arrow. So we're going to take him out of the package and we're going to take a look at him. To begin with, I'd like to say I'm sorry. The last episode we posted, I did say we'd be having a guest host filming the show. And we did have the guest host. We did 2 episodes with the guest host. Unfortunately, we discovered something after filming an episode with Green Arrow. The episode we're redoing now. I'm just going to take this thing off because it is hot with this thing. What happened was, we've got the episodes filmed. We put them aside for a couple of days. Didn't think much of it. We'll get the editing done on the weekend. When it came time to edit, discovered that the microphone had disconnected. So you had a guest host for 2 episodes and me for an episode doing this. And even though we tried dubbing over it, it just didn't sound good. It just sounded weird. It felt unnatural. So here we are, refilming the Green Arrow episode. And the guest host will be back. We will have to, thankfully, the footage of the toys that the guest host had reviewed, that footage is fine. We can put music on top of that. But he doesn't come back and redo the whole spiel about talking about them. But it's also been a bit of a shocking news week for us, like in the past 2 weeks. But we'll get to that in a minute. So as you can see, we bought the DC Direct Green Arrow. And, I like Green Arrow. I mean, I have the hat, I have the t-shirts. But I have to admit, I was a little disappointed. Not in the sculpt itself. The sculpt is nice. It's beautiful. I like the details. I'm more so disappointed in the fact that it made me think of a DC Multiverse figure. So you know what? I'm going to stop here. I'm going to put a little clip of the 2 figures I'm talking about together. The DC Direct looks a lot like the DC Multiverse figure. They're actually the same height, pretty much the same chest, same accessories. The only difference really is well, part of the price. Price was different. In the DC Multiverse one, you have these extra details on the legs, and of course you have no hat. Versus the DC Direct one, which has nothing on the legs and the hat and the mask, of course. But, not too bad. I don't regret getting them. I just wish there had been a bit more of a variety in the 2, or at least make the DC Direct one have a hat that can take, it can take off. Have arrows that you could actually load the bow with. Just saying. Apart from that, not bad. I enjoyed both of them. They're both going in the collection. The DC Multiverse one will go in the Multiverse section of my collection. The DC Direct, well, let's just put it this way. I do need more shells. There's not enough shells. I can't even display all my old Marvel Legends that I've kept. Woo. Least alone, all the little mini Marvel universes that are opened. And yes, I still have a ton of those guys in the packages unopened. But the day I get 100 likes on any video, as if that's ever going to happen, then I start opening those guys up. But I'm going to use the last little part of the video to basically talk about something. Now, normally when I do this wrap up, I'll do a shout out to, here in Ottawa, shout out to the comic shop, to my friends at GameStop, also known as EB Games. I'll do a shout out to the wonderful people in Ireland at Sub City Comics, and I also will mention Tasmanian Comics in Vancouver. But I'm only going to do a really major shout out to one store. As you know, I love and I missed the 8th Dimension so much. But the bad news we got on Canada Day, my buddy Nick, that wonderful guy that I think is a brother. On Canada Day, Nick posted that at the end of August, the 8th Dimension will be closing its doors forever. That bugs me. It bothered me. On Facebook, I started a thing where it said hashtag save the 8th Dimension, but I've had a conversation with Nick since then. And I kind of get where he's coming from. I had my own comic book store way back when, and the rents were expensive there, and the rents in Vancouver are insane. So I understand, and especially in a city like Vancouver where the rents are so high, everything is expensive there. And when you have a specialized market like comic books, it makes it a bit tough. So I'm still going to say hashtag save the 8th Dimension, but more in the sense of let's save Nick from having a big financial debt by the time this closes. Because a lot of people don't realize when you close a business, it's not like, okay, we're done. You still have bills to pay. You have like the last of the orders to pay. You have moving costs, storage costs for all the things that you have left over. So what I'm going to encourage people to do for the month of July, what's left of July, and for however long in August, is go down to the 8th Dimension. Go buy trades. Go buy toys. Go buy whatever you can so that when Nick does close that door on that last day, he's not going to be stuck with an entire store of stock. He's not going to be stuck with, freaking thousands of comic books and thousands of trades and tons of toys. So, go down there. And by the way, if you're one of those people who's looking for 50-cent comic books, don't go there. I'm not going to encourage anybody to go down there expecting to get a super big bargain on a toy or a comic book. No. If you're an honest person and you understand the value of a comic book and a toy and a trade, there is a bit of a sale going on. But don't go down there expecting to be given stuff pretty much for free. No. Go down there, spend your money. If you have like $30, go buy one thing. It'll help Nick out. It's a sad day for the comic book industry. I feel really sorry for the Vancouver comic book community because Nick, the 8th Dimension, was a mainstay on Main Street. He promoted local artists. It was a great place for like the local artists like Jason Copeland to go to and hang out and see people and meet the fans. Because now Vancouver has one store left. So final shout out, probably, hopefully not, but there might be one or two more shout outs after this. So to wrap up this episode On the Peg, once again, I'm going to say sorry for the delay in this video coming out. We'll get those technical problems fixed. I can hear we tested this earlier and the mic is working now. So thank you for watching On the Peg. Tune in for the next episode On the Peg. Those guest hosts will be eventually back. And once again, shout out to the 8th Dimension, best comic book store in Vancouver. And we'll see you on the next On the Peg.